Have you ever stumbled upon a movie so bad that it ends up being a masterpiece of unintentional comedy? You know the ones where the acting is terrible, the plot is a mess, yet you can't stop quoting it to the point that your friends think you need professional help? Today we're going to be diving headfirst into the dumpster fire on movies so bad that they're good. Or maybe another title that I come up with. Let's kick things off with the undisputed champion of terrible cinema. The Shawshank Redemption of crap. The one and only The Room. If you somehow still managed to dodge from this brilliance of Tommy Wiseau, prepare to change your life forever.
You are lying. I never hit you. You are tearing me apart, Lisa.
That, my friends, is the sound of cinematic history being made. But wait, there's more. Brace yourself for the most dramatic rooftop conversation you've ever seen in your life.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
I'm actually jealous if you've never seen those before. The amount of space those lines occupy in my brain would probably be much better used into something more productive. Now, I won't spoil the entire plot, but just imagine a love triangle where the sides don't quite connect. Johnny loves Lisa, Lisa is cheating with Mark, and everybody's friend of this creepy teenager named Danny. It's like Tommy Wiseau wrote a script, threw it in a blender, and just filmed whatever came out of it. Next up, the sequel to the famous fantasy movie starring Harry Potter. No, not that Harry Potter. I'm talking about Troll from 1986. It actually features Harry Potter Sr. and Harry Potter Jr. years before J.K. Rowling came up with her books. Do you think that's where she came up with the name? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Troll 2. Fun fact, this movie has nothing to do with Troll from 1986. For starters, no trolls, just goblins. It's like they forgot that sequels were supposed to have something to do with the original movie. They also decided to ditch the whole dark fantasy comedy and just let's go straight up with horror now. Spoiler alert, the only thing horrific in this movie is the acting. Check out this Oscar-worthy acting performance.
They're eating her! And then they're going to eat me! Oh my God!
That, my friends, is the face of someone who just realized they're in Troll 2. And don't miss the real star, the fly on the forehead. Someone get that insect and agent. Call Princess Carolyn. This cinematic masterpiece gives us timeless gems, like the moment where a family dinner gets ruined because the son pees on all the food. Because apparently that's the best way to tell your family that the food's been poisoned and they shouldn't eat it. Ooh, and let's not forget about the steamiest moment in cinema history, where a single kernel of a corn makes up an entire room filled with popcorn. Move over, Ghost Pottery scene. You can't compete with this. If you're enjoying the video so far, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe if that's your kind of thing. Also, I must ask, what is the worst sequel that you ever watched? I'm giving out points for the answers today. Bonus points if it's as bad as Troll 2. And if you thought that Troll 2 was a wild ride, get ready to enter this new realm of cinematic insanity. But first, a word of advice, do not watch this movie with your overly religious parents. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you The VelociPastor. The story follows Pastor Doug Jones, who travels to China after his parents die in a freak car accident. And by car accident, I mean this masterpiece of special effects.
Mom and Dad!
Yep. That is the high-budget special effects we're dealing with in this movie. It's very likely that that scene alone caused the entire budget to go away. Now, while in China, Doug Jones gets infected by this mysterious artifact. The result? He turns into a velociraptor when he's angry. He's like a mix of the Hulk with Jurassic Park with a costume of a dinosaur that you get from a dollar store. But wait! The crazy movie plot isn't over. He ends up joining forces with a hooker because, at this point, why not? And this dynamic duo gives me my favorite quote from this entire movie.
Now, I don't know much about God.
I don't know much about dinosaurs.
I mean, who needs character development when you have this deep of a dialogue? It's like Shakespeare. And when you think that this movie can't get any better, take a look at all the fight scenes. That's a man in what looks like a dinosaur costume from a rejected school play titled The Hunchback of Veloci Notre Dame. It's so bad it almost makes me feel bad making fun of. but I'll do it either way. Speaking of animals, let's dive into 2 disaster animal-related movies. Yes, there is more than one. First up, we have Birdemic, Shock and Terror. This movie looks like the director had $10,000 to throw away, spend $3.50 on the movie, and the rest of it on an online course on how to add GIFs in my Movie Maker videos. Bird Attacks. The result is this cinematic masterpiece that is as smooth as sandpaper. But don't worry, Birdemic isn't just horror and bird attacks. There's also romance. Nothing says I love you more than dodging CGI stock footage birds. Now, while Birdemic takes itself way too seriously, Sharknado asks the question, what if sharks could fly? And how many B-list celebrities can we fit into one movie? The CGI in Sharknado is bad. Not Birdemic bad, but it's also bad. But here's the thing. Sharknado knows it's ridiculous. It's not trying to win an Oscar. It's trying to win your heart by whipping you out with a flying shark. While Birdemic could have been The Room, because it was trying to take itself seriously. But it wasn't, and it wasn't a good movie. But that's the thing. Did you watch a movie called Samurai Cop, thinking it's gonna be as good as The Departed? If you did, come here. I gotta tell you something. Sometimes you should judge a book by its cover. This 1991 movie is in the same lines of Sharknado. It wasn't trying to take itself seriously. And it ends up giving us fight scenes that are nothing short of amazing. But they never try to be good. They try to be bad. Funny bad. And they kinda delivered. It's not a movie I would rewatch, but it's a fun movie to watch once. Probably. But when you try to be good, that's when you get movies like Battlefield Earth. Now again, when a movie is written and titled based on a novel written by the founder of Scientology, you should expect a trash movie. A $73 million trash movie to be more exact. Of course, they notoriously did overstate the budget by $31 million, but that's beyond the point. This movie is almost entirely shot into Dutch angles. If you do not know what a Dutch angle is, just watch this movie and there you go. Crash course done. It's almost as if the cameraman is just trying to escape the set. Can't blame him, really. It's a fun movie if you want to watch how someone learns to fly a jet in 1 week, and probably the worst quote ever written in cinema by someone who is very likely high on drugs.
I am going to make you as happy as a baby cyclo on a straight diet of Perbango.
But it's a movie you should watch at least once. Sorry, only once. You know what? Don't watch it. It's not worth it. Instead, watch a movie that almost single-handedly killed the superhero genre. There was a moment in history that superheroes were not in movies. It most certainly killed Batman up until Christopher Nolan came along and resurrected him. Batman and Robin is the tale of what happens when every single bad idea on a brainstorming session gets approved. I think Batman should have a credit card. Wow, great idea. Hey, let's give the Batsuit nipples. Bat nipples? Amazing! And boom, bat nipples were born. And let's not forget that this movie also had Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, delivering so many ice puns that even your dad would cringe.
Words of wisdom. Drop that zero and get with the hero.
Well said, Vanilla Ice. Well said. In the end, these so bad that they're good movies reminds us that perfection is sometimes overrated. Sometimes entertainment comes from spectacular failure. Like this very own video. This was probably a bad idea. So next time when you're doom scrolling for Netflix, maybe skip the Oscar and big movies and try to dive into these cinematic, marvelous disasters. Who knows? You might just find your very own Velocipaster. And if you're looking for a very bad review that I made years ago by a very bad movie, here it is. Until next time, where we're going to be talking, is the save button a floppy disk or are we all having Streisand effect? All right, bye.